Congresswoman, the state and local tax deductibility gone. It's not in this, and they're sticking to that. Are you a yay or no vote?
I am. Let me back up. We were told to pound salt, right? But we got some of it back. We got a property tax deduction up to $10,000 cap.
Right.
That's progress, and overall, I like a lot of things in the tax bill. I don't like that income tax, our state income tax, is not deductible. But there are other ways. We've gotten rid of the alternative minimum tax, which helps a lot of middle-income taxpayers. We've doubled the standard deduction. So in terms of middle-income taxpayers, I think there's a benefit. I like that we actually got the child care credit moved up. It was $1,000. I wanted it to go to $2,000 or $2,500. We got it at $1,600. I think that's a big step. I worked with Ivanka Trump on that issue, and we're happy to have a win on it. At least we got an increase. This isn't over, so the repatriation of the money coming from overseas is great. We're keeping a lot of good things on the corporate tax side, the personal business side.
All of that taken together, would you be more of a yes than a no? What?
Yeah, I'm more of a yes than a no right now.
Okay.
But I still am fighting for New York and my taxpayers. My district looks a lot better than some of the downstate taxpayers, but overall, we're getting some benefit. We're going to see some tax relief. I just really would like to see some more. We need to grow the economy, and so there's some really good incentives in growing the economy. But as far as we're eliminating the state tax, for example, in a period of about 6 years. So that's a good thing. I had a bill I co-sponsored which would eliminate the estate tax, which hurts a lot of family farms and small business owners like me and my family business. So there are some good things. I think we're still fighting the fight. This is just going to be a proposal. It's got to go to the Senate. The Senate's got to do what they do with it, and God knows what they'll do. And then it'll come back to us on reconciliation. So that's where we are.
But here's the thing that's weird. Obviously, you guys, I'm talking about you Republicans, made a lot of efforts here to not make this tilt to the rich outside of the estate tax thing, which you phase out in a number of years, not right away.
Right.
You can make the argument that for now that's something that's far off. But I don't hear any Democrats singing the praises of this measure. So do you think your colleagues went through enormous hoops for nothing?
I think that no matter what we put out, if we tax the rich at double the rate that Obama put in, we're leaving the rate the same, which should make them happy. If we doubled the rate, they would still be unhappy and scream we're helping millionaires and billionaires, because the Democrats are economically illiterate. They don't understand growth. They don't understand that it's good that people have aspirations, and we have an aspirational economy where growth is good. And so to me, I mean, we can't be worried about their demagoguery at this point. I think there's a lot of good things here for growth and bringing taxpayers back, tax money back from foreign countries. I'm in a district that is the Rust Belt of New York. We once were we are where, as I've said, the Erie Canal brought on the Industrial Revolution. It was dug first in my district. We've lost manufacturing jobs. We need to bring them back. We need to get our companies restarted here. So from that aspect, it's good. I know our high-income earners are not going to be happy. There's never going to be enough tax that's going to be good enough for the Democrats. We can't tax the rich enough. That's all they're talking about. No matter what we do, they're going to say we're taxing the rich. So,
well, they also say, and again, I've talked to members of both parties over the course of the day, and one of the things they say it's not family friendly, despite lowering rates for pretty much everyone except the rich. They point to things like you lose the ability to itemize deductions for medical expenses, even though, as you pointed out, you're doubling the standard deduction. You lose the deduction for student loan interest. You lose the deduction for or the tax credit you get for adopting children, et cetera. That just makes it increasingly anti-family. This is coming from Democrats, but what do you think of that?
I don't agree with them. First of all, it's not anti-family. We're trying to simplify the tax code. We're trying to give the middle-income payers a break. And in my district, the middle-income payers are going to get a break. Honestly, it's not as big as I would like, but it's definitely a tax break. I think it's going to encourage people to be involved in small businesses, to continue to grow the small businesses. And I've said, and we know the stats are there, that nearly 70% of the new jobs created in this country are created by small businesses. And incentivizing them to grow is really the way we have to go. The middle-income taxpayers are going to benefit here. We're trying to simplify it. We got rid of the alternative minimum tax, which was the catch-all for the deduction. So that's going to simplify the tax code. Again, it's not perfect. I would love to see our income tax or a compromise on the deductibility of the state income tax because it's so high. And again, I put the blame squarely on Albany. The governor our progressive Democratic agenda that is just one-party rule in Albany that forces huge unfunded mandates down to our taxpayers, huge costs, huge expensive, huge pension costs, and yet we at least getting something on the property tax side. Again, I'm going to fight to see if I can get that exemption raised. In my district, you know, our property values are low. But let me tell you something about my district. Every single one of my counties that I represent in upstate New York, every single one, they're in the top 36 highest, based on value, highest property tax counties in the nation. Wow. That is unacceptable, and that's Albany. And they've got to change their ways. They've got to start respecting taxpayers, and they don't. And I know. I work there. I know how it goes.
All right.
So,
yeah, you could have a very lucrative gig to do what you're doing right now.
Yeah.
Congresswoman, thank you very, very much. Very good seeing you.
Thank you so much.